It's week 3 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Packers and the...
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. On first down, Flanagan. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that earlier.
Those defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape.
Ora ti devi andare a mettere il pigiama se vuoi andare con mamma, amore. Se vogliamo andare con mamma.
And they're playing with extreme confidence.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one, it earns him a fresh.
Hey.
There. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down. Flanagan. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Pass incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Rodgers. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he's got some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rolling to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Parker to throw again. Going out wide, finds Chubb. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. So he's 2% of also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On the return, here's Agnew. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Back to throw. Parker. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw is Parker on first and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for
Sì, l'ho vista oggi quando è rientrata.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ma poi anche per parcheggia qua, cioè quella grande la lasceranno fuori.
Looking to throw. Parker. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he
No, tranquillo, amore.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Molto bene.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They throw it out right complete, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
throwing on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
They go with Chubb on second down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Parker now on third down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return.
Che ti fa? Pure te?
Bring it out to the 25 on the touchdown.
Ma che è stasera, oh?
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath. Settle.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quay Walker coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
No.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Rodgers. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On play action, it's Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, working with tackle, defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Hey, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Parker to throw on 3rd down. Able to find Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Operating from the gun, Parker. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They go up the middle with Chubb.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Parker.
He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And he'll...
Chi c'è qua sotto a fare la cacca? No, sotto, al bagno di sotto. Beh.
On the other side of midfield at the 43.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Off play action. Parker dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Parker to the right side, and he's got more complete.
Ammazza,
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2
Quale?
minutes to play first half.
Amanda?
It's 14-0. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
56 yards rushing now on 8
More.
carries for him so far.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20.
More. Sì, l'ho sentito.
Able to record his 5th sack of the season, and it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the...
And it's a Packers touchdown. T. Higgins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers go nearly the limit.
Ragazzi, se vogliamo andare con mamma a letto, se no io domani mattina non vi sveglio, eh no, papà, perché non potete andare a letto alle 10, alle 11, sono già le 10. No, amore, io domani non le sveglio, sono già le 10. Allora vattene a letto, vai. Adesso. E io pure, C'è una stanchezza addosso.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
On first down, Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. And this one is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick.
Oi.
The lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll take it a yard.
Ti vai a spogliare?
That's the 20, call it the 21.
So here are the Packers now to take over.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Parker.
Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Parker to throw on second down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Micah Parsons getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Parker.
No, ho sbagliato.
For Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, and that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packers ready to take over offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
To throw is Parker. From the gun, he'll throw. Touchdown! Corey Davis, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Parker. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Parker. That pass complete to Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Parker. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A little juke, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 126 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Parker operating from the gun. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here to Komet. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Working with a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete right side to Komet. And he's going to take it down right at the 40-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively.
E va bene, amore, è bellissimo. Così tutti potranno apprezzare la tua voce. Che c'è, amore? No, no. Tanto ma vengo pure io a letto.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers going for it all.
No.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cortland Sutton, 28 yards. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Parker now looking to throw on 2nd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguars.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Dai.
Only able to gain a couple.
Alma, forza, papà.
Make it fourth down. You got the big lead defensively.
Alma.
Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Rodgers tapping his forward on the jet sweep.
Sì. Amanda, sei pronta? Vai su a letto. Guarda che domani non vi svegliamo,
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Rodgers again now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
Che?
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's got it. It's Thomas. The Jacksonville touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6
ammazzala.
Extra point right down the middle. Cut the lead down to 18. So still lots left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on it.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And the Jags grab it. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And again, it's Rodgers. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars. Courtland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And Courtland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Chubb will try the middle here. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff comes to Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Chubb on the counter. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should land it in the next one. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Dai, amore, ci siamo. Tu ti venga a coccolo a letto. E io la medicina. Andiamo. Finita.
Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work.